True, I flog her with one, but why? He grabbed my scrotum. As I want to dodge myself, I used that cane he used to flog the children. I flog her. Before she leave me, she want my brick. She boy, you want to kill me now? Is it not true? You want my brick, you want to kill me.
I really do not know about the Quran, but I know that in the Bible, it is said that the world was created out of the words. Meaning, when God said, let there be an utterance by an utterance, and there was. That tells you that there is power in word. That is for those in the Christian world, except you're no longer Christians. But if you are Christian and you believe in that Bible told you that by that utterance that God made, the word came into existence. Anyway, push that aside. In our daily activities, we try to confess good things to ourselves. We try to speak good about us, and we don't like people to speak ill about us. That also brings our mind, our attention to the fact that words are powerful. Leave that aside again. We know consciously that words that somebody uses on you can lead you and bring you down spiritually. Words that somebody speak can bring you down spiritually. With words, men can go into war. It is utterance that Donald Trump will make, and then other countries will be shivering. Words are powerful. It is only words that someone will utter without action, yet, and you'll see others reacting. Now, in the recent judgment of Nnamdi Kanu, they left the very things they were supposed to be focusing on to now dig out or focus on the aspect of the words he spoke that led some people to go and commit evil. Meanwhile, other people in this same country, in the likes of Gumi, have said more strange and strong things. People like the leader of Boko Haram, even Buhari, have made strong statements. The former president of Nigeria, Buhari, has made a very strong statement when he spoke about how they are pursuing Islam. By all means, the president of the country. Those people, nothing was happening, nothing was done to them. But they tried to bring your mind back and even quoted a law telling you how it is an offense to lure people by words, to push people into action through your words. That means you realize that words are also powerful, even though this person that made this statement never participated in anything. Okay, I'm just using that as a reference. I just want to make a quick analysis of the video you just watched. People try to be very, very, should I say, act ignorant and very easy when it comes to judgment against others, when it comes to situations against other persons. But when it comes to their own, they try to take it serious and be very, very conscious. But when it's time for other people's own, they speak carelessly and manage the situation carelessly and ordinarily because it's not concerning them.
I'm talking with my children. She's at kitchen cooking. Yep. Then he tell them, you see the kind of husband, father you have. She's telling them, he's telling me that when they grow, all these things that I'm doing, they will punish me with it. In presence of the children, then I ask her, what do you mean? She repeats the talk again. The flog, he say I flog her. True, I flog her with one. But why? He grabbed my scrotum. As I want to dodge myself, I used that cane he used to flog the children. I flog her. Before she leave me, she want my brick. She boy, you want to kill me now? Is it not true? You want my brick, you want to kill me. And you know what? When I stand to be telling him something, she will stand face to face with me in form of challenging me. What am I? That is my annoyance because I'm small thing they make me to be annoyed. She said, have hot temper like me. And the two camps cannot stay at sheep. If I tell her something, she's like to stand and challenge me for that. That's my annoyance. By then, I will provoke. I can do anything. That's why I say I beat her.
You cannot be provoking and be beating your wife. No matter how provoked you are, you don't supposed to lift your hand towards your wife. It's abomination. You don't beat your wife. Bible called them weaker vessel. In abroad, in UK, in Canada, in America, you go to prison immediately. You go to prison. You don't, no matter what is the case, you can't lay hand on your wife.
A woman held a man's scrotum, which yes, you said it is not good, but in another statement, you are here to say that no matter what, that you shouldn't raise a hand on the woman. A woman held your scrotum. And I don't even know how the man managed to raise Cain, because I don't know how they are holding your scrotum and then you go to also pick. I don't know how it happened, but let's assume that is how it happened. And then you even managed to even flog one. You mentioned one, and we're expecting to see that the woman will say it's a lie. We didn't hear that. To assume it to be truth that they flog one. Cain that they use in flogging children. No. You can imagine how tiny that thing is, how small that thing is. That is what they gave you one. Bah. And it's exaggerated like they pour you hot water. Meanwhile, you use your hand to grab a man's scrotum. Now let's assume he's not able to overcome that moment. The next thing is either you have hold him hostage to, and he have to beg for his life. And if he doesn't beg for his life, women are emotional. They will come because of you didn't beg and squeeze it because you didn't appeal to that emotion, and which can lead to death. That is what you are using to compare to a king, and you are even saying that no matter what. You see, this language is what makes me angry. When you come to a situation and you say no matter what, do you know the meaning of no matter what? It means there is no limit to this person's action that should warrant you to beat her. There is no limit. That's what it means, no matter what. Or maybe let me assume that you don't know the extent, the meaning of that sentence, no matter what. It means if this person is using gun to kill the whole family or kill everybody around, you shouldn't raise hand on her. That is the meaning of no matter what. It's part of the meaning. It means whatever she has done to you that you don't have right to raise. This is what is giving this gender wings to fly, wings to test limits, wings to do on unimaginable things, because they have realized that it is being postulated out there that nobody should beat them, nobody should touch them. How can you give people immunity in a world where everybody is acting mad, and you give certain people immunity, the same people who are acting mad, the same gender we all know, with them also using their mouth to say it, that women like drama. You know that the word drama actually means deep foolishness. They react deep, they exhibit deep foolishness. Is it not children that exhibit such? And children, you flog them when they do that kind of thing. And then this adult, who is not even supposed to try that, still go to exhibit that. And they tag it drama. And upon this thing, we have tagged the drama to look mild. To look mild in the eyes and in the ear. Upon this, you still give them immunity. Immunity over what? To continue their foolishness. And what is leading to this? It is often what they utter with their mouth. You have given them, no matter what they say with their mouth, that they shouldn't be touched, it shouldn't be provoked. Why are you not putting attention to why must you open your mouth to make this sentence? Why must you open your mouth to abuse your husband? Why must you open your mouth to challenge your husband? Why must you open your mouth to, castigate your husband, speak ill or bring him down morally? Why must you demoralize him verbally? And you and I know that these words are what actually leads to this action. Why are we so much interested in the action, that reaction that came after the action? Why are we actually interested only on the reactions of men and not in the actions of women? I've asked it before and over again. Can a man go so far, spend so much money with those joy we normally have when we are coming for a woman, and spend all, even if he's a madman, and eventually went to spend all the monies in his pocket on a woman, then wake up in the morning and start beating that woman? Does it sound possible in your ear? Why are you not putting attention to what has this woman said? What has this woman done? We have given these people so much privilege, and it is this privilege that is giving them this immunity we have handed over to them. Keeps making them to try more limits every day and every day and every day. And if something is not done about this verbal abuse, my dear, forget about it. You are at this age you are now. Don't tell me you've not been hearing man and woman fighting, or maybe man beating woman. Don't tell me you've not been hearing it from your childhood. It is this type of judgment that still continues to repeat these things, because what? You have not touched the engine. You have not decided to settle this thing sincerely. Whenever people are ready to settle this family violence or man and woman violence, you people will see that you abandon everything and go straight to, either placing a law that any woman who speaks violently or who speaks who cajoles his man or verbally abuses his man will be jailed. The day you people finally make this kind of law and forget about that law of any man who beats his wife is a beast, he's a this, he's a that, leaving the thing that caused it. He said, I don't know how people want to be listening. And that's why I always say that people are insincere. You are just insincere. Because the moment you can leave what caused the problem and focus on the problem that it caused, it tells me already that you are insincere. What is the difference between what the Nigerian government did in the case of Nnamdi Kanu and the terrorists we are seeing with our eyes? We are seeing the real bandits, the real terrorists in our eyes, ravaging the whole country. And they ignored them. You have not heard or seen one person that they actually arrested. If there is thousands, maybe you have seen one. Because of the recent one I heard that he was sentenced to 20 years, which I don't think he will be inside that prison. And then we actually ignore all of this ravaging. 200 killed here, 400 killed here, 100 killed here, 25 kidnapped here, 5 missing here. And in all of this, they can ignore it and come to focus on a man who says, enough of this. Who says this should be stopped. Who says that since you people don't want to stop this, allow us to go on our own. If they can ignore, remove their eyes from these people who are actually committing this terrorism to face a man who actually asks why. What is the difference between what today's society is doing between a man and a woman? That they leave the statements that push the man into his action and then focus on punishing the man for his reaction. No, tell me. Anytime that we are actually serious, because me, I'll be here watching. I'll be watching because you are not sincere with yourself. I've watched about 3 or 4 of this same kind of video from the same Ebukobi church. Listen and observe very well. You will see that the beginning is what? The woman. The beginning is what? The woman. What she have said or what she have done. The other one said it challenges him that he cannot marry this violent person. You're not talking about the violence the woman is acting like. You are now turning around to say that the man was running away from his home. Now he is running away again. You are still blaming him. That is the only little thing he run away. This is the same people you have given the mindset that if your woman does it, you just leave the house and go. Many men have now left their home to go to beer parlors, go to bars. And in that bar, in places like Nigeria, in that bar, police rape, ravage, and carry people and lock in the prison. Because you are running away from the woman you married because of what the West will say. And those words, because you want to beat her to stop those words, you cannot beat her because of what the society will say. And now you have gone to prison on your own. So you are running away from whom the investment you thought you have made into prison. If these people are not mad that are saying these words that lure men into reacting, if these people who act, this type of women who act these things, if they are not crazy, I don't think that men will leave their home and run away. Can you imagine that a man will leave his home and run away? How? And you are not treating that fuck up. You are not thinking of treating that stupidity. You're not thinking of, quenching that's I don't know what to call it. That's devilish habit. You don't have any way to caution it. Put a law to stop it. You think women don't know what they're doing. It's because there is no law against it. It's because you have not placed a law on them. It's because you have given them the immunity. Always telling them that any man that beats a woman is this. And it is in their consciousness. They're moving about with this consciousness. And you think that person who has this kind of mentality, just like the bandits who are doing all this thing, and you see people of like a Gumi saying that you should not harm them, they are our brothers. This one said they are our this, and this one said you should negotiate with them, speaking on their behalf, and you think those bandits are not hearing it. You think they are not aware to act more. When you give, it's just like a child that you refuse to beat. Whenever they want to beat the child, you say, don't beat him, don't beat him. He's just a child. Don't do this. Anybody that beats a child, he's a demon. It's hatred that makes you to beat a child. And that child keeps growing. He's hearing those things. He's learning from it. And tomorrow that child turns to be a beast. Turns to be somebody that if you shout on him, he will see fire. He will not only hate you for life, he will see reactions. Meanwhile, it was supposed to be a normal thing when that child was still small. Then you put up statements like, you don't beat a woman, you don't beat a woman. And these same women, you don't even stop at that. You don't even go to the other side to find a way to stop these statements, these words, these beastly words they use. These words that when they tell it to you, you want to go and commit suicide. And to them, it's like a fun. They are doing it regularly because they have believed that nobody should touch them. That is why even a small child now, small girl child, can insult you. And looking around, she's looking around to see whether there are people, men, because she's sure that even the men will be there to do what, to defend her. That's the kind of the mentality they have sold to us. And so you are now seeing that a woman's word is not anybody that cannot enjoy it. It's not a man. Are you seeing the mentality? So it is a man that should go into that pain. You are seeing that her words as a normal thing. You are not seeing the reaction, which is beating, as a normal thing for man. If verbal abuse is a nature in women, if you consider it as a nature in women, then I think you should also consider beating or muzzle reactions as a normal nature in a man. Why do you allow this and quench this? Have you ever seen somebody who wake up and just raise hand and start beating a woman? Have you ever seen a man who wake up in the morning, somebody who is not mad, even in psychiatrics today, go to, I don't mind, we'll go there to do this. Let's see where a madman will wake up and start beating a woman. Not to talk of a normal person. But that is the story they try to sell to you. He beats her. What is luring that man to beat her? What has she done? When do we start addressing these things that causes these things? Before giving attention to what it caused, the equal reaction. No matter what excuse or how you want to cover this evil, how you want to cover this wickedness, no matter how you try to, fold it around, the way you have been hearing it over 20 years ago, that's how you keep hearing it. Because you cannot beat a child and also force the child not to cry. It's a normal thing that the child will cry. It's a normal thing that the child will start crying. You try to jump over to leave a woman who has uttered evil from her mouth, things that shouldn't be said, things that she should. Look at a man in a society that is working so hard that you are seeing some of them are doing so heinous jobs, and such a man's wife will come out and say words to that man, whereby she cannot try 1% of what that man is going through to feed the family. Don't you think that that man should be given a award? And don't you think that there should be a law that any woman who, after this kind of thing, opens mouth to say words against a man should be jailed? Because you're leading this man into either committing suicide or going down in pain to death with high BP. And then you keep quiet because you feel that a woman can say anything. I even hear something like, in abroad, if you do this, you go to jail. Aren't you thinking that this, okay, how that place they are practicing it, what is the nature of the children they are bringing up? What is the nature of the children they are bringing up? Can you keep those kind of children in your home? The kind of children you see there, like that usual video of a child that say, you motherfucker, talking to her mother, a little child of less than 3 years. That is the result of that kind of, you jail any man who beats their wife. That is the kind of result you will get from such society who practice that nonsense. That is what you get. Today we can refer that every time you see somebody trying to refer to the olden days, we say in those days when our mother will hear that we do this, we do that, we beat us. That beating, we never died. It is only in this generation that we try to portray that beating a child or beating somebody will not lead to death. It's a lie. It is these women who have concocted these stories looking like it was true. How many of them have been beaten to death? Rather, they are the ones who actually go down, gradually poisoning a man's food, gradually killing a man. We are not here to talk about siding this or something. When you see something that is not right, my dear, if it is a man that is fully doing it, you condemn it. If it's a woman, you condemn it. As long as this society, this current generation is concerned, there is a high baggage that needs to be dismantled first. There is a high baggage of wickedness in women, things that ought not, the things that don't ought to be, allowed in a society, in any sensible society, things that shouldn't be allowed, things that need to be dismantled first before you can face a man. Because most of the things that leads to a man's reaction is actually a woman's action. So why do you now ignore that woman's action to face the man? Are you truly wanting to solve the matter? Or you want to send someone to judgment unfairly? We're just acting this in every day. And I laugh. Why I laugh is that I know that these things will continue to happen. I know. There is no amount of thing instead, what happens? What do you think is called revolution in government, in a country? It is continuous suppression of a particular region, a particular people, that leads to such thing. And what happens? It's either they get overthrown or a violent country. That's what happens. That is what happens. And the more you try to use gun to stop these things, it cannot just stop. It can't stop. It can't stop unless you actually do what? Go down to address that issue. Just like the case of Nigeria and Biafra. Since 1967, has it stopped? Have you finally quenched that spirit? No. It resurrects the more because of what you have not essentially come and say, this my Biafran brothers, come. Okay, let us discuss this thing. What do you want? Okay, I know that there is no equal treatment. I know that there is marginalization. Okay, you are going to stop that. This and this and this, stop. This and this. I want you people to actually say. And in the other way around, you can also say, if truly you say that we are not treating you good, or you go. I think that's the most balanced statement to watch and see. Just like, for example, a woman tells you that they are treating her bad, treating you as, okay, yeah, I'm treating you bad, or you go. You see her trying to come and drag a property. That does not show that person is treating you well. That does not show that what you said was truth. The allegation wasn't truth. Because if it was truth, you go sincerely. For example, today, if Nigerian government ever comes out to say that, Biafrans, if you say we don't treat you good, but we know we are treating you good, but if you say we're not treating you, or you go, let's see if you will not suffer. Try and say that kind of statement and see whether the whole Biafrans will not go within 24 hours. That shows that it is truth. But you know what you are doing. You know that you are lying. You know you are marginalizing them. That's why you cannot use that statement on them. That's why you can't let them go. Because you're holding them. You're holding something from them. You know you are not treating them well. That is how it is. Any day we become sincere enough to face and stop that verbal abuse from women, you see the violence reactions you get from men, it will never stop. See me, I'm sitting here, but you'll be hearing it in your own area, from your own area, in your own backyard. You'll be seeing it and watching it, and you keep repeating what, if you like, keep supporting the nonsense. Even if it's centuries, you keep hearing the same stories because you are insincere to face the real problem. The real problem is what women utter with their mouths. The evil, the awkward things we shouldn't hear, the beastly words, the demoralizing statements, the abusive words, such verbal abuse. You just ignore it and try to tell a man that no matter what. Whenever I hear that no matter what, it's like you don't know the meaning of the statement no matter what. You hold my scrotum and you tell me I shouldn't react. I shouldn't beat the hell out of your head. You don't know how to judge something. You shift aside. It's not everything you are professional into. There are things you don't know. You leave it for people who know how to.